see if this is any different. Is somebody at the microphone?
Yes, somebody is. Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. I'm going to cheat just a little bit here. There's two very, very short questions. First one, Guy, I assume you meant when you talked about 50% reductions by 2050, not 50-50? 2050. And second one, Mr. Wyatt, are you suggesting India is not a democracy? You lumped India and China together as non-democratic countries.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about China when I was saying non-democratic.
Now the real question.
After you say your name and where you live.
And Schultz, R01 Martintown. Coming back from Quebec City Sunday night, I went out to the soggy mailbox and got my paper. I noticed the headline, Canada's F-35's engines not included, and I would ask, given further in the article the cost of the planes being estimated from anywhere 110 to 148 million, what is the cost of the planes and are the engines included?
Mr. Lauzon.
I'd very much like to answer that. The cost of the planes are $75 million and the engines are included. That's the complete package. End of discussion.
Would anyone else like to talk?
By the way, that it was erroneous. That was put out by some spin for, apparently, it could be from some opposition members. Or, excuse me, opposition spin.
There's a lineup.
Thank you.
Mr. Walsh.
My personal agent, when you're in these debates, you have a personal agent that takes care of your stuff. My personal agent works on the space station. He's the type of guy that builds these planes. And I've talked to him extensively. There was a time here in Canada, we built the Avro Aero, and the Conservatives tore it to pieces because the Americans did not want us to have first strike capacity. I know that Canadian industry can build a better plane for less that'll leave the American plane in the dust. And it comes down to just software in the plane to be compatible. And that's easy to do. For us to not stand up as Canadians and make the best plane in the world and make the rest of the world envious is just wrong. We can do it better, we can do it for less, and we can show the world that in aviation, Canada is #1, period.
And would either Ms. Canal?
Thank you, Hans, for the question. That question or the article that you refer to certainly illustrates the difficulty in getting information from the Harper government. There's always a lack of clarity and a very closed, very, very closed aspect to this government, which leads to all kinds of speculation as to what's going on, what's the cost of these things. It's been clear that the fighter jets, untendered fighter jets, should not be a priority. Really, a Liberal government is looking at spending money on families, on putting money into the hands of people who are going to go and get skills, who are going to use that money to go and get education so that they can get work, so that we can have new investment, green technology, renewable energy. So the money should go there. The money should go to home care, for people to be able to take time off work to care for elderly family members, for child care, for health care. Those are the priorities of a Liberal government, not untendered fighter jets.